Hi there, my name is Tatiana and you're watching YouTube channel You Can. Today is December 15, 2024 and we're long overdue for an update on NibbleScapes Farm. It seems like we get busy with everything else that we're doing and kind of fail to give you consistent updates on what's going on here, but here we are today. It's a cold December day, but it's beautiful, it's snowing, and there's been quite a bit of stuff that happened on NibbleScapes Farm over the last months, and I'm excited to tell you all about it. Alrighty, so we finally did get our organic certification. If you recall and watched our videos, prior videos, we had a little bit of issues with the compost. Long story short, the compost company found the certified organic certification. Does that seem odd to you? To me, it does. It took them probably 6 weeks or 8 weeks to come up with the organic certification, so their compost is now certified organic. I have no idea how that works, but now that compost was organic. So yeah, interesting. So we added a bunch of shale to the drive area. Now we have a big turnaround, and we've had a couple different companies drop off wood chips. So it's a lot easier to turn around in that area than it had been before. We built a chicken coop, yay! And moved the chickens from our home over here to the farm. They've been loving it, and I've been loving it too, because no longer are my flower beds destroyed by chickens. That's the downside of keeping chickens in your backyard. If you want to have them free range and you let them out of the coop, they are like bulldozers. They literally will bulldoze everything over. So I am so happy that they're out here now, and not worried about the beds here, because all of our beds have shocking wire fencing around it to prevent groundhogs from getting in, and now chickens as well. So yeah, that's another update. So exciting things happening here. So we actually went and ripped out all the posts that we had installed earlier in the spring, and we had put a shocking fence in to protect the crops from groundhogs and rabbits, but as the grass grew around the shocking wires, it kind of insulated them and the groundhogs got through. So what we did is we ripped out all the posts, we put down the landscaping fabric and put the wires in over top of that. So now we will never have problems of having grass overgrowing in the fence line. So it will always be working the way it should, and that will keep the groundhogs out. But we also planted some aronia bushes. So just to recap a little bit, we're doing a no-till permaculture style farm, where we focus on not just production of certain crops, but also a healthy balance between a diversity of different plants. So this area right here is what we call our pollinator area, and we have aronia bushes, and then you can't really see them because they're basically like little twigs, but we have tiny little pawpaw trees that we planted in September. We had sprouted them from seed and planted them in. They look like they're doing just fine. Like I said, they're super tiny, and they look mostly like a little twig stuck in the ground, but these are baby pawpaw trees. So we have them the whole way along this row. So in the spring, we're also planning to till some of this area up initially and plant in some pollinator herbs like mountain mint and yarrow, echinacea, different things like that to help promote pollinators in this area. So the green stuff that you see growing right here is actually not weeds. This is a cover crop that my husband put in. It's Jerry oats or winter oats, and some winter radishes. So this area right here was our trial run for tomatoes and eggplant and pumpkin, and we even tried some greens here this year, but because we haven't farmed before, and this is really the last the past season was our first season really trying our hand at it. We learned a lot about adding organic fertilizers and how to do that properly for a good vegetable production. So I am looking forward to this coming season and doing it the right way. But we did collect a decent crop. I was actually able to not have to buy any tomatoes from any farms locally. We had some figs, hardy figs, and that's what we planted up here. And again, this will be the green pollinator area, so we will introduce some other pollinator type of plants like echinacea and mountain mint and different things like that in these areas. But our skeleton, I guess, for the green area up on top of this bed is the hardy figs. So this is a brand new area that we tilled up and made rows. So we have a couple pawpaw trees planted here, some passion fruit vine, and some muscadine grapes. Not sure what this is going to turn into, but currently we're kind of putting in different trees and shrubs that are not very common in this area, but do grow in this area. Also, it's right in line with our other row of pawpaw trees. So we'll see what this turns into. And we also have a water line. So we have an enormous water tank up on the hill. And basically, so this farm is off grid right now. And if we want to have water, we need to turn on the generator and basically fill the tank with pressure tank with water to then be able to use it. So what my husband did was he installed that big water tank up there, and we push water from the well, which is down by the road, up into the water tank, and then it's like a water reservoir in a way. So then when we need to water any of the beds, we don't have to turn on the water pump. It just uses gravity to fill all the water pipes and water in anything we need watered in down here. Saves us on time and having to use the generator when we might not be able to use it at some point. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. So we did manage to successfully grow butternut squash and watermelons this year. So next year, well, this coming season is going to be a repeat of what we did last year, and hopefully we get to plant a lot more, and we have some for sale as well. But I've never tasted such sweet butternuts in my entire life as the ones that we have collected from our plot here. They were enormous, first of all, like huge butternut squashes, and they were so sweet. I mean, like honey sweet. So exciting thing, we also planted garlic in November, I believe, and end of October, beginning of November. And it is sprouting and doing very nicely. So hopefully we have some garlic in the summer for the market. Ta-da! These are all pumpkins that we grew. So cool little thing. So whenever you buy the pumpkin seeds at the store, do you know that that is a special variety of pumpkin? Like those pumpkin seeds are actually just like that in a pumpkin. They don't have hulls. We actually, hulls, not holes. But anyway, we actually grew that variety. And this is how they look on the inside. We've actually roasted the seeds from them, and they taste absolutely amazingly scrumptious. And supposedly these little pumpkins are supposed to be just a little bit larger in size than what they grew for us. We did plant them very late in the season, so we are planning to plant the same variety again this coming season, and hopefully we'll have those for market as well. And you can have your very own pumpkin seeds that you can roast and put whatever seasonings you want, and know that they come from a certified organic farm and are grown without any pesticides or chemicals. So these are zucchinis that we grew. These are actually for seed. Look at how huge this thing is. It's like half of my body length, almost. Anyway, these are for seed, and then all of this butternut squash, and we have spaghetti squash. These actually I said we grew the pumpkins, but these are not ours. We actually bought this at an Amish shop for our chickens. Chickens love pumpkins. If you didn't know, you can actually feed your chickens pumpkin. They absolutely love it. And you just throw one out there, chop it up with a shovel, and they will eat everything. The seeds and everything, they'll just leave like a very thin shell. But it's actually, pumpkins are very good for chickens. They have a lot of nutrients, and also the seeds are, they help remove parasites from chickens. So yeah, speaking about parasites and pests, different things like that, we actually got this triple rodent repeller thing. Somebody had offered us so that we put it in the video. That's why it's here, but I'm excited to try it. So it's a little device that apparently is supposed to work really well to scare away rodents. We don't have any rodent problems in the greenhouse here, but in our shed where we park the tractor, we do. So we're going to use this thing in the shed and see what it does, because my husband has actually literally been going out there and setting mouse traps in a shed to catch mice so that they don't eat the wiring in our tractor. Because the shed is like, there's no floor on it. It's just basically a walls and a roof, and there's like cracks all the way around the bottom. So the mice have easy access, and I'm excited to see how this thing works. If you want to learn more about this device, you can go to the link in the description and take a look and see what all this thing is supposed to do. This is our grape / dragon orange growing area. We wanted to plant them but never got the time to plant them out into the ground, into the soil. So they're going to be fine overwintering here in the pots. But I'm super excited about them because they look absolutely healthy and good. They're not dying or anything. So we're going to have some very good starts for the coming year. Look at those roots, they're beautiful. Speaking of time, we are looking for a farm manager. So if you happen to be the person interested in a job, or maybe know someone who would be interested, we are currently taking applications and actively looking for someone who would be interested in a position as a farm manager. But you can contact us directly through the link in the description, or go to our website, but we'll be looking for potential leads. So this is a dragon orange plant, seedling, I should say, but we intend to use these as part of like a hedgerow. Look at those beautiful roots. Oh, they're incredibly beautiful. I'm so excited to see that. Exciting. So another cool thing that we finished this fall was this fertilizer injection system. So basically this thing mixes fertilizer with water. So we would have a hose running. Oh, I broke it. I hope I didn't break it. Anyway, so there's a hose that goes onto this piece here and then gets put into the bucket with organic fertilizer like fish meal or any certified organic water soluble fertilizer, and then it gets pumped into the system mixed with the water and put out the pipe and out into the fields. And that way we don't have to run around with a bucket and fertilize every single plant. Saves on time and backache. That's it for the updates on NibbleScapes Farm. If you liked the video, hit a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.